Hi everybody, Martyn at Flicking Feathers again today, and I'm tying a nice wee wet fly for you today. It's the Donegal Blue, a wee variation. It's an excellent pattern for sea trout. It also works well for the browns and the howlocks and all that. It's a good fly to have in your box. I find it to be especially good in low light conditions. Now, as always, I'll put a materials list in the description, along with a link to the Patreon page for anybody that wants to support the channel. Get access to the monthly fly tying classes and the recordings of them, as well as entering into the giveaways. Alternatively, hit the like button, leave a comment, watch the video all the way through. That all helps the channel. So I've got my hook and my vise. This is a size 10 Kamasan B175. Can tie these 6s to 12s depending on what you're targeting. The bigger sizes obviously for the sea trout, and getting smaller as you get into the wee howlock browns. Now the original pattern doesn't have this, but I've found it to be quite good as a fluorescent tag. So I'm just going to start with some Glo-brite number 14. I'm going to take it down sort of halfway around the bend. I'll come back up. Then again, about 2/3 of the way around, take an open turn, just to put a wee taper into that tag. Come up to the front and I'll whip finish. Trim that away. I'm going to varnish this. I would say do all these tags first. I use varnish rather than UV resin, because there's no way that the varnish lifts off this, right? Just make sure you saturate it, coat the lot, and the varnish will shrink as it dries. You can give it another coat if you like. It's much more durable than a UV resin tag there. The water can't get under and lift it off. So here's one I did earlier. It's 2 coats of varnish. Nice and shiny, nice and well protected. So I'm going to start now just some Uni 80 in black. And I've just got a bed of thread coming right back along the body, and I'll just set the rear end of the body with the thread sort of just between the point and the barb of the hook. Then we've got my rib, and I'm using a medium silver tinsel. This is a size 12, so it's quite wide. I've seen guys tying this with even like a 10, and you only get like a couple of turns of tinsel on. It's up to yourself, but I would say go for a nice wide rib on it. The silver's highly visible when it's, as I say, in lower light conditions. Just tied that in on the way back with the gold side facing me. And I'm going to get some blue silver, sort of, I mean, you'll see different shades of blue on this, but something kind of darkish I think is what you're after really. This sort of heading towards a royal blue or a gentian blue, something like that. So I'll just get that dubbed on. When I get it started, I can tighten it up, and then just come up the body, take away any excess, put it back in the bag, and leave yourself a good 2 or 3 mil, because you want quite a good hackle on this fly. So I'm going to take the rib up, you'll get like 3 probably full turns with this size rib on this size hook. Just catch that off at the front, tie it down, then you can come in with your Velcro, bring out some of that dubbing, just roll your fingers around it, smooth it into shape, and then tidy up your tie-in point. Wee bit wax, and we'll get our hackle, and put a good hackle on it, nice and long. I'm looking at if I hold the hackle stem, actually on your side's better, if I hold the hackle stem at the eye, I want the hackle barbs coming towards the back of the hook. And it's a black hen. I mean, if you really want it, you could tile it at, you could use like a blue pheasant or something dyed black to get a really long leggy pattern. So tie that off, fold the tip back, 2 or 3 turns, holding everything tight, just pinch the tip away, and then we'll just wind this by hand, and the number of turns will depend on the quality of the hackle, but get plenty on it, and it wants a good hackle, this fly, I think. And just sweep it back as you wind it, fold it as you go. Maybe one more turn of this will be about right. That's fine. Another half. Yeah, I like that. Fold the stem across the thread, put a bend in it, 3 turns, and fold the stem back and tie it off. Snap that away. That looks good. So we'll just whip finish, and the fly's done. Just a wee coat of varnish or 2 in the head will sort you out. And another. If you've got any excess wax showing, don't worry, you can just hit it with your nail, and the varnish, actually the solvents in the varnish will take care of it anyway. So we'll just come in, let that flood the eye, top and bottom. Just use that scrap of hackle that I broke off to clean it. And then it'll get a second coat later. But there you go, there's a Donegal blue, or a variant. Excellent pattern. Works in Ireland, works in Scotland, up in the Islands. As I say, sea trout in the loch, so I've heard of people catching salmon on it as well. Well worth putting in your box. So, hope that was useful, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, coming back and watch another video. Tight lines guys, bye.